Okay, fine. We are live now. So just wait a minute so that if there are any other learners, let them join the class. Okay, yes. So let us start our session without any further ado, right? You guys can see, so this is the new batch, leader batch for IELTS, which has been launched on the 21st of July 2021. So you guys have courses on writing, speaking, listening, reading, as well as grammar. So please do enroll into the batch if you have already purchased the Plus subscription. If you are not in Plus subscription, so let me give you some insights of the Plus subscription. Batches with India's top educators are happening in the Unacademy IELTS Plus subscription. So you can see these are the top educators we have. So it is also one of the best platform for IELTS preparation because you guys also have one more eminent feature in our Plus subscription, which is the hands-on mode. In the hands-on mode, by using the hands-on mode, you can speak directly to your educator, right? You can speak directly to your educator or your invigilator who will help you go further in this, right? Who will help you go further in this, okay? So this one thing, and there are more than 20 plus courses every month. You guys will be having access to both general as well as academic training courses. There will be more than 10 plus mock tests, and there will be dedicated doubt solving classes also, right? So if you want to go for this, now the 2 month subscription has also been launched for the IELTS one. If you want to buy the Unacademy IELTS subscription, use my code SAILTS, right? Okay, if you use my code SAILTS, you guys will be getting additional 10% off. So the 1 month plan costs 2,700 rupees. The 2 month plan costs 4,500 rupees, and the 3 month plan costs 6,750 rupees. Right? It costs 6,750 rupees. So by using my code, you guys will be getting 10% off, and also in the 2 month and 3 month code, you guys will be getting additional 10% off by using your coins or credits. By using your coins or credits. Right? Okay. So yes, let us move forward with our class for today. So in yesterday's class, we spoke in detail about the listening as well as reading sections. Today, I'll be sharing some of the tips with you guys about the writing as well as writing as well as speaking sections. So yes, first let us go to the writing section, right? First, let us go to the writing section. What are the tips that you people have to follow? Okay, the first thing. So you guys clearly know there are two tasks in your writing. Okay, so the task one in the IELTS general training or report training, that is the IELTS academic, it is no easy by means, right? Many aspirants find task two of IELTS writing module more challenging. Okay, yes, so the task one is considered easy by most of the aspirants, but the task two is considered as a bit more challenging. So in the task 2, you are supposed to answer a particular question, right? If I have to be more specific here, you guys will be given the writing the task 2 requires you to write an essay on a given topic for at least 250 words, right? So if I clearly write the task 1, so you will be given a data interpretation chart or a map or something. You have to look at the map, you have to describe the map within 150 words, right? You have to describe the map in 150 words. Whatever the map is telling, what are the peculiarities of the map or what are the characteristics in the map, you guys can observe. You have to just limit it, you have to just talk about it, right? You just write about it for 150 words. If you guys go for the task 2 spreads around 250 words, right? The task 2, it spreads around 250 words. Okay, yes. So the task 2, you're supposed to answer a particular question. Okay, yes. But do not forget the whole writing section. The whole writing section is time bound. You guys will be getting 40 minutes to answer the task 2, and you guys will be given 20 minutes for answering the task 1. Okay, it is time bound. Both the tasks are time bound. Okay, yes. So you have to present this whole topic, both the topics, in skillfully and obviously without any mistakes. You can be asked, right? You can be asked different types of essays in writing task 2, right? So this includes, right, the different types of essay include opinion essay, argumentative essay, advantages, disadvantages, right? The pros and cons of something, right? Those types of essays, right? Can you write the disadvantages of it? Can you write the advantages of it? Problem and solution essay as well as mixed essay. You have to identify the type of the essay, right? You are asked and write your response accordingly. You are expected to use your skills, experience, and examples while answering, right? So, what is the thing? What are the three things you guys have to use? You have to use your skills, experience, and examples, right? You have to use your skills, experience, and examples. Use your examples quite well, right? Your practical examples while answering. Okay, yes. So how is your score, right? The first thing, how is your essay scored, right? Your essay is scored on four different things, right? Yes. So the first thing they will be seeing is the task response, right? They'll be noting your task response. Then further they'll be going for the coherence and cohesion, right? They'll be seeing how coherent you are, right? How clear. The coherence and cohesion means how transparent, how clear you are, how simple you are, right? Yes. Then you guys will be given marks on the lexical resource, that is the usage of tenses, right? Usage of vocabulary, all these things, right? The resource, how well you have provided the content. And finally the last one is the grammatical range or accuracy, right? Your whole writing task, is credited or is marked on the basis of these four, right? On the basis of these four, right? So each criterion contributes to around 25 percentage of it. Okay, yes. So if your grammatical accuracy is not good, you'll be losing around 25 percentage of the band score, right? So out of 9 you will be coming down to around 7 bands, right? So every task, every per thing written over here, every paramount written over here is important for you people, right? Yes. So now I'll be sharing you with the guys some of the tips which you guys can go for, right? Yes. The first tip is try to understand the question. Most of the students are in a hurry while solving most of the answers, right? They just take down the question paper and they just start solving the questions. Please do not do it. Okay? Please do not do it. Okay? Yes. Please do not do it. You guys will lose lots of marks. Please try to understand the question. Right? Please try to understand the question. Understand what the question specifies is overcoming half the problem. It is essential to pay attention to all the issues, right? Pay attention to all the issues which is mentioned in the question. Firstly, you should look at the question carefully, then identify the question type, right? What are the question types? There are different types of questions, whether this is a discussion type of question, whether it is an opinion type of question, or whether this is a solution to a problem or a combination. That is what you have to identify. Identify the main keywords here and understand precisely what the examiner is expecting in the essay. Precisely, clearly understand what the examiner is examining in your essay, right? Avoid writing on a general topic or you won't score more than a band 5, right? Okay, so please do not write like a general topic, right? Yes, I know about this topic, let me write it in a general manner. Please do not write it in a general manner. Okay, if you write it in a general manner, you will never go beyond the band 5. Okay, yes. So the second one, sketch out your ideas. Okay, what your ideas are, right? So you will have your particular idea, right? My introduction will be like this, my body will be like this, my conclusion will be like this. Okay, yes. So before you commence writing, take 5 minutes to have a brainstorm sessions, right? Have brainstorm sessions where you guys map out different ideas. Take a pencil. Anyways, you guys will be given a pencil and a paper if you're going for the CBT test. Okay, take a pencil and jot down as various aspects and perspectives, right, related to that particular essay or related to a particular issue in the essay. The test taker would score more if you, right, you are a test taker, you would score more if you plan and organize your ideas properly, right? If you plan and organize your ideas properly in a proper paraphrase manner, you have the chances of scoring higher in your band essay, right? It will also in a way save your time because you're already organized, you already get the time, right? You already organized, you'll write it, you'll sketch it out in a more beautiful manner, right? It will in a way save more time as you have already picturized the essay in your mind, and it will help you pen your essay better, right? It will help you write your essay better and faster. The third tip which I would like to tell is be familiarized. Okay, yes. So you guys please start counting out, right? You guys will be giving the getting the IELTS booklet also, right? Be familiarized, right? IELTS tutorials, right? You guys can see, right? So there are lots of IELTS tutorials, even our plus classes are there, even our special classes are there. So we have done lots of special classes, lots of good educators have done special classes on IELTS writing practice, right? So familiarize yourself, right? You have to familiarize yourself with what? With the pattern of the test, with the model questions, right? With the model pattern of the test and model questions, what this will do, this will help you widen your vocabulary, right? This will help you widen your vocabulary to brainstorm more ideas. Also, please try to read various other materials, right? Please try to read newspapers more, which will increase your vocabulary and it will keep you updated with your surrounding ongoings, right? Always remember that IELTS exam before, right? So you have seen the favorite, you have seen the very famous movie Three Idiots, right? Yes. Sorry, the Quota Factory. It's not the dialogue of Three Idiots. It's a Quota Factory dialogue, right? In that famous personality, he tells, right? Before studying about the exam, study the exam. Before studying about the exam or studying for the exam, study the exam. So that is what, right? Always remember, IELTS exam doesn't test your knowledge, but it tests your competency in the English language, right? How competent are you? How well versed are you? It's not testing how much you know in English language. It doesn't test, is this absolute phrase? Is it an appositive phrase? Is it a common noun? Is it a proper noun? No. It wants to test the competency you have in the English language. So present your answer with a clear thought process with multiple examples. Always have this in mind, clear thought process with multiple examples to make your writing piece more enhanced, right? To make your piece more enhanced, right? The fourth tip, ask yourself the questions. Whatever questions are there, you ask it yourself, right? Ask yourself. Okay, another way to prompt ideas or another way to get ideas is asking yourself questions while reading the essay topic, like what, why, where, how, who, how, right? To generate more ideas. If you ask questions yourself, you'll generate more ideas here. When you ask these questions to yourself, you will be able to think more evidently and you can also create more ideas, right? Yes. Employ your personal question. The fifth tip will be employ your personal question or personal opinion, right? Whatever your personal opinion is. If you are in disagree of the essay, if you are in agree of the essay, this is the most effective method. The most effective method to write an enhanced essay is to include your personal opinion. So whatever your personal opinion is, please do write it in the essay. Imagine the topic of the essay is a question asked by you or by your friend or by your father, mother, or any family member, right? So write it in a familiar manner. Write it in a familiar manner. So phrase your essay or phrase your piece as if you are conveying what you believe in, right? As if familiarly you're talking with some person or personality, right? So make it the same way, right? Whatever you are there, your thoughts on it, your personal thoughts on it. Try to use relevant examples. Do not use hypothetical examples. Do not use irrelevant examples which are imaginary, right? Use relevant examples and instances for making the essay clear, right? To make the essay clear. Okay. In the end, always remember that IELTS writing task won't be another mountain to climb to score 7 band plus. If you think and understand thoroughly of what the essay topic requires. If you clearly know what the essay topic is expecting from you, you can easily score a band of more than 7. You can easily score a band of more than 7. The sixth one is manage your time, right? Yes. So this is one thing which all the aspirants need, right? Yes, managing the time. Yes, you have to manage your time properly. Since the test is time bound, it is important to complete the essay task on the time, that is within 40 minutes, that is task 2, and task 1 which is 20 minutes. So you must develop proper time management quotients or time management skills before giving the IELTS exam. So one thing for you guys will be like practice it, practice IELTS mock writing test, practice it. So keep a stopwatch, keep a timer in front of you, and try to restrict your writing to the timer itself. Okay, start writing your essay with a proper strategy, right? Yes. So I can tell you guys, do not spend more than 5 minutes in planning the essay, right? Within 5 minutes, start and stop planning the essay. If possible, try to complete your essay within 36 or 37 minutes, right, for the task 2, and within 16 or 17 minutes for the task 1. so that you can spend the last 2-3 minutes in proofreading or in checking your essay. As you might have written the essay in a hurry, right? As you might have written the essay in a hurry, proofreading will help you identify those tweaks or those spelling or grammatical mistakes. If any, this way you can complete your task efficiently within the stipulated time. Okay. Yes. Seventh one, take care of the lexical resources. Take care of the lexical resources. So what does the word lexical resources mean, right? What does the word lexical resources mean? I will tell you, right? Lexical resource is one of the 4 writing assessment criteria that contributes to your writing score. I've already told you. Okay. But the problem is many of the IELTS aspirants, they are unaware of regarding the use of lexical features. What does lexical resource influence, right? The lexical resource, it refers to the sufficient range of vocabulary, correct usage of spellings, proper implementations of collocations and word formation, right? What is lexical resource? I'll repeat it again. It's a sufficient range of vocabulary, correct usage of spellings, proper implementation of collocations and word formation. Proper implementation of collocations and word formation. Those who are unknown to this, right? You guys will be using repetitive words in the essay, right? Do not use that repetitive words, right? Please do not use repetitive words in your essay. Examiner or invigilator who sees your essay will be looking for variety of words and phrases in your answer, right? So when he does not find the variety of language, it creates a negative impression about your vocabulary. Okay, so that is the reason he might decide you have a poor hold on the English language and marks you accordingly for that. That is the reason most of the people, they lose the badge because of the usage of repetitive words. So avoid repetitive words in your essay. The eighth tip, which is most important tip, is make paragraphs. Okay, most of the people write down the whole IELTS essay in a single page. They do not give paragraph, right? Yes, make sure you have ideally 3 to 4 paragraphs. It might be 4 to 5 also, no issues, but make sure you be in the range or be in the area of 4. Right, be in the area of 4. Many candidates, they do not use the paragraphs while writing an academic piece or an article. They describe this entire topic clearly in just a single paragraph, but doing so in the IELTS way will cost you marks, right? So if you have to go for it, so make sure, right? One paragraph, one structure, I can tell you people. So go with the intro, right? Then go with the body one, right? Then go with the body two. Then finally the conclusion, right? Body one, body two, and conclusion. So this might be the structure of the essay. Break down your ideas into different paragraphs. Explain each idea of yours in detail with relevant examples in one paragraph. Start one paragraph with a new idea, right? Always start a paragraph. Always start a paragraph with a new idea. But remember, right? These ideas should be logically linked, though they are written in different paragraphs, right? You should logically link these ideas. An essay with 4 paragraphs is ideal for the IELTS writing test. You can add paragraphs only if you need it. Okay, so restrict it to 5. Please do not make a 6 paragraph essay, right? 3, 4, 5 is fine. Okay, 3, 4, 5 is fine. Do not put unwanted information, right? Unwanted information will never increase the brand score, right? Unwanted information will never increase the brand score. Okay, please do not unnecessarily expand the paragraph. It will reduce the chances of scoring higher band score. Okay, right? Ninth one is please complete your answer, right? most of the people most of the people leave the answer incomplete. Most of the people leave the answer incomplete. Okay, in order to finish the task before the time runs out, right? Many candidates, they tend to leave the answers incomplete. There are some who choose another way of writing to complete their response, right? They write short sentences and put only bullet points. Short sentences and bullet points are no, are literally wrong in IELTS writing. It is a wrong practice. Okay, so I have seen people, they have a good introduction, good body, but the conclusion is only this much, right? They will write a small conclusion. Please do not write small conclusions. Make sure the paragraph is evenly spaced or the paragraphs are evenly written, even content is there. Okay, IELTS test, as I already told, it is used to assess your English language skills. And if you leave the answers incomplete, the examiners will not be able to judge your skills. He won't understand what the skill set you possess. Okay. As a result, he or she will poorly grade your essay. So instead of writing bullet points or short sentences, you must formulate each point in a separate paragraph with 2-3 lines of explanation. Formulate each point in a separate paragraph and give 2-3 lines of explanation. This way you can showcase your writing skills and create a good impact on the examiner, right? And finally, the 10th one, right? Know the grammar, spelling, and punctuation. know the grammar, spelling and punctuation. And the next one is use formal language. Most of the aspirants, they tend to use the informal language. Do not use it, right? Know the grammar, using appropriate grammar, writing correct spellings and placing the punctuation marks in the right places, right? It plays a important role in your IELTS writing task. So you need to be extra careful regarding this. Even a minor mistake will directly reduce your score. Thus, you guys need a proper practice or a prior practice to ensure success. And finally, in most of the times, in the times of WhatsApp, WeChat, Facebook, and all, right, the single common issue, it is quite a common issue in most of the aspirants to use informal expressions and shorthand text. Okay, but this practice, please do not use this practice in IELTS exam. Please do maintain a formal language. Using inappropriate language or terminologies might offend the examiner and thus your score will suffer. Okay, so please do use a formal language in your writing. Please do use a formal language in your writing. Now going ahead with the speaking test, right? Speaking test, right? You have around four sections. First section, two monologues will be there, two conversations will be there with the people. So for the first three, sorry, sorry, I went off to the listening test. Okay, sorry there, right? So there are three parts in the speaking test, as you guys know. So let me just write it down. Speaking test, you people will be getting three parts: the first part, second part, and third part, right? In the first part, you have a 4 to 5 minute conversation, right? You will have a 4 to 5 minute conversation, and this conversation is entirely about yourself. This conversation is entirely about yourself. In this, the topics might include work, home life, personal interest, family. Okay, work, home life, personal interest, family. This might be the topic. When you go for the second one, right? So this is what is called as the cue card one, cue card chronology, right? You will be given a cue card for the topic, and you will be given 1 minute to prepare. You guys will be given 1 minute to prepare, right? To take notes, to write the notes, right? You'll be given a pen and pencil to prepare your response. Then you'll be given 2 minutes to speak for yourself, right? 2 minutes for speaking will be done. 2 minutes speaking. And the part three, you'll have a conversation again with the IELTS examiner. You'll again have a conversation with the IELTS examiner about the things you have spoken in the part two, right? So this is a more discussion, right? So part three will take another 4 or 5 minutes of speaking, right? He or she will be asking you questions and you have to reply them carefully. So what are the tips, right? The first tip is, please do not memorize answers, right? Most of the aspirants do this mistake, right? They serve a lot of Google, right? They serve lots of Google. Okay, they serve it, they find out, acha, so these are the relevant topics, so let me memorize all the topics. Do not memorize all the topics. Don't memorize answers, especially in part one, because part one is very similar, right? Part one is similar, everyone will have the same part one. About yourself you have to talk, right? So most of the people, they will memorize the part one. Please do not memorize the part one. Memorize language doesn't give the examiner an accurate measure of your English language skills. The examiner will be able to tell if you have memorized your answers, and this may influence your final band score. The moment you speak without giving any dots, without giving any pauses in between, right, the examiner, he or she will find out, okay, this person has memorized his answer, right? So at that moment only you'll be like, right, if I speak, so my name is Shreyas, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, right? With the flow I'll go, right? Memorization will give you a self-confidence which is quite higher and which is quite over also, right? It will give you guys a over self-confidence which will actually eradicate the chances, right? He or she will come to know that this person has memorized. Do not memorize answers, it will influence your final band score. Okay, do not use a big and unfamiliar words. Do not use big and unfamiliar words. This is one more mistake most of the IELTS aspirants do, right? Okay, to impress the examiner, right, people will start using big and complex words in the speaking test. Do not do, right? But to be safe, I'm telling you, use simpler words, right? Avoid using words which you are only familiar with. Okay, please avoid using words which you are not familiar with. Please use words which you are familiar, which can make the whole context simpler. There's a higher chance of making mistakes if you are either caught using some unfamiliar words, or you have used some unfamiliar words and their pronunciation is quite different, right? Okay, so these mistakes can affect your band score. Okay, use a range of vocabulary which is known. Okay, yes, so lots of vocabulary will be known, lots of vocabulary will be discussed. You guys will also get the top 25 or top 50 cue card topics, right? So Get those cue card topics and go ahead with it, right? Practice those only, right? Yes. So what is the tip 3? Use your grammar well. Use your grammar well, right? Grammatical, right? This is just like your previous one, writing task, right? Fluency and coherence will be observed here. The lexical resources will be observed here. Your grammatical range and accuracy, and the pronunciation, how well you pronounce, right? That will be used, right? So always try to use a range of grammatical structures using complex and simplest sentences to express what you want to tell, right? Please do know your own errors and speaking to friends, right? Practice speaking to friends in English. Record yourself to see you can spot the errors. If you hear an error, make sure you correct yourself, right? You are assessed to your ability, right? Yes, so you know what your ability is, so try to increase your ability to different grammatical structures accurately, right? It's important to practice speaking about the past, present and future using correct tenses. The fourth and the most important tip is, do not worry about your accent. Whatever your accent is, please do not worry about it. It's not the accent which fetches you marks, it's the crystal clear concepts or the cohesion or the coherence which fetches you marks. Okay. But face-to-face speaking test, IELTS examiner understands a wide range of accents, so he will be able to understand, right? He will clearly be able to understand what you are saying, unlike an robot machine. Okay, he will clearly know what you are trying to tell. If you communicate well with him, there is nothing to worry about. Okay, so there is nothing to worry about your accent. Okay, do be aware of sounds that you have difficulty with. Make sure to stress it. Okay, so there are some sounds, right? Some language people, right? They will have they will have difficulties in producing L, right? M, right? So these things, so please do stress it, right? Please do stress on it and make sure you are atoning whatever you are telling. Okay, yes. So the fifth one, pause to think, right? Yes, pause to think in a peculiar manner. Most of the people, they use words like this. So these words are called as fillers. These words are called as fillers. Right? Please do not use it. Right? Use connecting phrases such as, "That's an interesting question, man," or "Question, ma'am," or rephrase the question which has been given to you. Right? If she asks, "What is your favorite food?" What is my favorite food? Yes, my favorite food is this. Right? So try speaking like that. Okay. I have never thought about that. Let me see. That's a good point. That's a difficult question. That's an easy question. That's a mediocre question, right? Some people, right? Some people say that is the case. However, I think it is different. Let me think about it for a moment. So I feel so, right? Try to be slow. Be slow. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Be slow. Do not be fast, right? The time is for you. Do not be fast. It doesn't mean that in 14 minutes you have to tell 13 paragraphs. No, you can be fast. The examiner just tests your coherence. The examiner just test the hold of your English language, the hold on your English language, right? Yes. Tip number 6, avoid using fillers. So that is what I told you people now, right? Avoid using fillers. Most of the people use fillers, right? Like, well, yeah, right? So avoid using the fillers, right? Extend your answers. Do not shorten your answers. Always extend your answers in the IELTS writing test. Extend your answers. Try and answer the examiner's question in full. So if she asks, "What is your favorite fruit?" Apple is my favorite fruit. Do not stop there. Apple is my favorite fruit. Why is apple your favorite fruit? Give a reason for it. Why do you consider it is your favorite fruit? What are the healthier benefits? What are the benefits of apple? Right? Tell it. Do not finish. It's not a rapid fire round. You're not having a rapid fire round with your examiner so that you'll finish off in just one sentence. Do not do that. Extend your answers and don't wait for the examiner to prompt you with a question. Right? The examiner can ask just 2 questions. The examiner can learn just 10 questions. It doesn't depend on your score. It is not depending on your score. The more you are speaking, the less the questions will be asked. So please do not wait for the examiner or prompt the examiner to fetch an answer for you, fetch a question for you. Keep repeating, keep extending. When your answers are short, this shows that the examiner that you cannot talk in detail about the topic. If the examiner says why, they are prompting you to give a reason. When the examiners are telling, right? So what is your favorite fruit? Apple is my favorite fruit. Why is apple your favorite fruit, right? So she is prompting you, he or she is prompting you. Elongate your answers, stretch your answers, give proper reason. So even after 2 3 times, they will prompt you 1 2 times, right? Even after this, you are repeating the same mistake, then he or she will clearly understand this person cannot talk in cannot speak in detail about a topic, right? Cannot speak in detail about a topic. Yes, yes. The eighth one, smile. Okay, please do not have a stressed face. Please do not have a panicked face, right? Yes, smiling can help calm your nerves, right? Yes, which in terms helps your pronunciation also. And when you pronunciate clearly, opening your mouth wide, right? Opening your mouth wide. Please do not do this mistake. Yes. So this is how I has to speak. And this is how I has to get past, right? Please do not speak like this. Open your mouth, elongate your mouth, pronunciate clearly. When we smile, our mouth is bigger and the tone of our voice is more friendly. Right? The tone of my voice, right? It will be more friendly, and the examiner would love to hear you, right? Use clear pronunciation and tone, right? This will show the examiner that you can use a range of pronunciation features, right? You can animate also, you can use hand gestures. There is no mistake in that, right? The ninth one, the last tip, do not speak in a monotone. The last one is do not speak in a monotone. Most of the people do this mistake. They speak in a monotone. They speak in the same tone throughout the exam, right? Throughout the time, right? Yes. Sometimes when we speak, we produce a flat sound with monotone, a little variation. Makes it more more difficult to express, right? When you are using a different variety of tone, when you are elongating your pitch, when you are suddenly going for a higher band coming to a lower band, right? When you are playing with your vocal cords, when you are playing with your tone, it will make your whole speech more attractive. It will make your whole speech more attractive. If you are speaking in a monotone, it will make us difficult to express what we are going to say, and it will also make it difficult for the listener to identify what parts of your message are important. What are you trying to convey, right? Putting emphasis on certain words, putting stress on certain words, right? So just use it, putting stress on certain words, having a deep pitch, having a vocal pitch, right? And pausing at sections in your speech, it can make your conversation with the IELTS examiner more engaging. Always have an engaging conversation with the examiner, right? When you emphasize certain words, it will make us easier to compare and contrast ideas by stressing keywords. It also increases the flow of conversation. So please remember, do not speak in a monotone. Vary the stress and intonation to add emphasis. Use your hands, right? Animate. Animation is a good point, right? Use your hands to gesture and help the rhythm of the conversation. So I have given you guys around 10 tips in writing as well as 10 tips, 9 tips in speaking. So these tips, if you practice well, these tips, if you guys practice well, this will lead you to a good era, right? This will lead you to a good era, right? This will also help you guys increase your bands in IELTS. Okay, so that's it from my class. So thank you everyone for listening throughout the session. I'll meet you guys in the further sessions of mine. Till then, take care. Please do stay safe. Please do stay indoors. Have a good day ahead. Ta-ta, take care. Bye-bye.